Hello everyone, and welcome to Chapter 1 of Fire Emblem 6 The Binding Blade Ranked with Mecha and returning from FE7, Altissimo. How are you doing today?
I am good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. If you missed it, we did an introduction to explain a lot about Ranked that you can watch, uploaded last week. And now we're going to get into Chapter 1, which I think might be the one that least deviates from a normal playthrough, where it's like Marcus weakens enemies and then other people take the kill so they can get that juicy 30 experience for the experience rank. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the same thing here as it is in most other playthroughs, just that I try to use some of the worst units a little more often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to guess that includes... Okay, I was gonna say maybe you hold back Boris a little bit because he's got weapon triangle advantage against like 80% of the enemies here, but it looks like you're just dropping him in range after Marcus weakened a fighter. You sure you don't want to give that to like Alan the Lance? Wow.
Well, it doesn't even matter because he missed.
No. This is not a case.
When doing this chapter.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. It's your turn.
When doing this chapter. Okay, fine. When doing this chapter, I originally wanted to kind of let the chips fall where they would and just take every result, but I gave up on that by like chapter 3.
Okay,
but you're still seeing that in this. So like some of the misses that Boris has and stuff like that, I didn't go back and reroute because it was just like, well, the chips are gonna fall where they would.
God, the chips are falling. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to give this poor man a kill.
I get it because it's not gonna get better for Boris. Like early game has to be where he gets a lot of his kills. This is the point where it's free. Enemies are just gonna get tougher. That's not necessarily true though, because the enemies are gonna lose a lot of their hardware bonuses after chapter 6. But also his Boris, like he needs all the help he can get in a way.
He has weapon triangle against sword users, and it's like every merc is gonna double him anyways. It's not he doesn't have a favorable matchup against anything except like trapping an archer.
That's true, and weapon triangle is only 10% in FE6, so I guess he wouldn't even necessarily be more accurate against a merc with their higher speed than against like an axe user or a soldier. This is horrible for him. It sucks.
Yes, it is. We're already off to a roaring start. You're already like, why did you decide to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering why you decided to do this. I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Well, no, I meant that you're thinking that about me.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, that is just a default thought in the head at this point. But you did trap an archer as you foreshadowed, so that's gonna help Boris a bit, I guess. Oh, you better use the trees. Yeah, you mentioned this in the introduction, but you're visiting every house at some point. Interesting.
Yeah, because I am not crazy enough, I guess.
I get it though, because if you're doing a ranked run, you want to have all the information possible, and the houses do give you information.
Yeah. I need to learn about trees and stuff, you know, because this is Roy's first time on the battlefield. Okay.
You have been ignoring trees up to this point, you know. Maybe from now on, you have the information to use the trees.
That's true.
I get it.
Yeah, so this chapter has some weird plays because of me doing the whole chips fall where they may thing. So I was like playing extra safe and trying to make sure characters wouldn't die. Which again, like starting, you know, the way that you're supposed to play Fire Emblem. But starting in like chapter 3 or 4, I just gave up and was like, all right, I'm just gonna let them potentially take hits, and if they live, they live. Cool.
I just love how Bolt like attacked somewhere, and then it was such a hard guessing game trying to figure out where he's gonna end up after all these rescue drops, and it was in safety, thank God. Nice one. So, I mean, we talked about Boris, we talked about Marcus. Basically, he can't really kill anything without costing your XP rank. Roy, Lance, and Alan, they can probably just pick off anything they want ever. Roy's always going to be deployed, so I'm assuming you're not in a rush to train him a whole lot, and then the calves are like decent, so they can get kills in almost any map too. So I guess it just leaves Bolt, who I guess you want him to chip enemies because that makes you make use of his, you know, main pro, which is he doesn't take counters. But it does mean that Bolt is going to fall behind levels fast if everyone else just takes his kills from him, right?
Yeah, I do set up some kills for him and probably give him a couple, like 1 or 2 more levels than most people would otherwise, but yeah, the bulk of his training comes much later.
Okay, that makes sense, but I'm glad it exists at least, because every character, once again, is going to make it to level 20 and promoted, and then if they want to be promoted, they can, but you're not going to train them to 20 if they get promoted, right? Like, that is not an obligation.
I mean, I do that anyway. If someone's getting promoted, they're also still going to level 20.
What the hell? How? I have trouble getting people to 2020 in this game when playing casually, and I've used like, if I use like 7 units.
Oh, you mean, sorry, you mean once they're promoted 2020. No, I misunderstood.
Oh,
no,
okay.
we do have one character.
Oh, okay, once again, the Canas. Okay, cool. Looking forward to it. Alright, isn't Marcus on the brink of death? He's still in range of enemies.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I think so. Yeah, so nice level up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, chips fall where they may. Does that include level ups as well?
Yeah, like in FE7, occasionally I would try to make like a better level up, like get magic or speed on Canas or something like that. I'm pretty sure I don't do that anywhere in this run.
Okay, so this
So
guy...
the level ups are all like non-manipulated.
Yeah. In this case, looks like Marcus was in lethal range, but dodged the Axe Fighter as it was expected to. And I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So we'll just kill this enemy. Get Boris to his traditional visit village.
Yeah. I tried to use him.
Oh god.
A little bit before that.
More Marcus in lethal range against the boss. Understandable. And I'm... Oh, right, I remember what I was gonna say.
See, there's a Volt kill.
All right, thank God. 70 XP, almost a level in Chapter 1. Good job, boy. You are lining up for some supports, I'm noticing, between your calves and boy. You're not like grinding for them, I'm assuming, but they're with the way you're moving these units, I'm assuming you're at least trying to make them happen right now.
Yeah, I don't end turn with the intent to just raise support and do nothing else. I don't like go over in turns to try to raise support, but I do intentionally like have several units that I will keep in support range, or next to another unit in order to try to gain supports. And the calves are you can already see that the calves and Roy are one of them. It's good for the early game, just to get a little more reliability on those units. So.
So you very unnecessarily used the vulnerary with Marcus when we all know he would have dodged everything anyway. Like that's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I was saying I was playing safer, even though I left him in kill range before that. So my methods are consistent.
Understandable. And the kill is going to Alan. All right, makes sense. Was like half expecting a Volt attempt here, but Alan makes sense, and that's a seize. I haven't really checked the turn counts. Do you remember it?
It would be in the description. Let me see what I put. 12. No, sorry. The ranking requirement is 12, and I took 10 turns.
Okay, alright. So we're minus 2 at this point. Yeah.
Slow.
I don't think it'll be feasible for us to track that all throughout, but like you said, you can probably just find it in the description on Altissimo's channel if you're curious.
Yeah, I have the EXP funds power turn requirements in the description of every video.
Ah, yes, and some additional commentary as well. That's nice. All right, cool, great. Well, that's chapter 1. Very quick, very quick and dirty. And we'll see you next time for chapter 2.
Bye.